Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, welcome back to the Third Age Competitive League. I am your slightly dishevelled host, as always, the Dark 2, aka the creator of Third Age, the Wheel of Time board game, aka Wheel Up Time, aka James, aka I'm going to stop giving myself extra nicknames. Maybe one more, we'll see. Grassburner, that's the one. Tonight, I am not joined by anyone. I'm here on my own, so you're going to have to put up with my commentary for the entire show without anybody else interrupting. And I definitely did not forget to clean my room up and make my bed. So I'm going to skip out of the wide camera view and straight down into the league game, because we've got an exciting one for you tonight, folks, with 4 entire players joining the league. I mean, not joining the league, they're all kind of veterans at this point. But Chris, Remick, Santa, and Jessica will be facing off tonight. So, yeah. It's either a reflection of my money. Need to see that. Oh, right. So yeah, we've got a fun game tonight. 4 players. If I had to predict one character that won't be picked, I think I'm gonna go with Rand. I don't think there's any Rand players here, but we'll see what the players do decide to go with. I'm not sure if they all got their roles in or not. How's everyone doing tonight? I see Robin and Zach in the chat. Appreciate you all for being here. Just ask the players if they have picked. And it looks like there is in fact no Rand. And the players are drawing their hands as well. So we've got Remick on a Gawain, Santa on Nynaeve, Jessica on Perrin, and Chris on Matt. Remick hasn't drawn his hands yet. Quick enter the ways check. We've got an enter the ways in Remick's hand, along with a well-turned calves. That could be interesting. Portal Stone in Matt's. That could come down early if he decides he wants to take that risk. Chris's side of things. Looks like Perrin's just going to be discarding the 1. Leaves Perrin with practice the forms, rescue townsfolk, and a find allies. Pretty good hand for Perrin, actually. Jessica, not a bad start there. I'll get an initial poll going for you guys. Let's see, first vote off. Scroll over the board while I'm doing that. We do see the Portal Stone coming out from Chris. I wonder if was it a well-turned calves? Okay, so can't use the well-turned calves. The Portal Stone is gonna come out. Let's see what he manages to do a Chris flip off. And so he's going to be successful and more than likely going straight to Tarvalon. Not, but yeah, hang on. Whoa. back to Chris. Don't forget to take your entire turn. And the Enter the Ways is coming out from Remick. Which, I mean, there's no reason ever really not to Enter the Ways on turn 1. Paul's coming. Paul's coming. Egwene will also join Matt in Tarvalon, so 2 of our intrepid Emmonsfield 5 adventuring crew already off to the races here with a great start. Ooh, nasty flips for both of them though. That is going to be an obnoxiously large drag car placed over Remick's board to remind him that he has to miss his next turn. Love to see it. If you're evil, like me. Nynaeve going to Belon, discarding a couple cards, leaves her with Learned in Combat, Arrows of Fire, and a Journey. I think I would have probably gotten rid of Learned in Combat myself. It's a bit too far away for Nynaeve to care about, in my opinion. Moving the attempted to move the Trollocs down in the Tavern Row to flip over an Ebon Hopwell. Also, Remick should have triggered Tion Tisk. Gwen should have at least got a point and a card out of that exchange for the drag card, but don't think did. Still got a solid hand though over here. Well-turned cards, guiding the people and embracing the source. I don't think he even cares that he's missing a turn. Like Matt picked up the Ebon Hopwell on his second turn, moving to Kyrian and triggering the tier 1 quest. Unlocking. Toss the dice. Remick has missed his turn for the drag car now. And Santa moved on 4 kings. Did I miss the White Bridge turn? Must have gone around fast. Layer enters the Tavern Row. I don't think anyone's going to be too interested in picking that up this game. Unless you're still there by the time Matt's at tier 2, but that's a long time to go. It looks like Chris is taking his mount up towards Jangai Passes. Not a strategy I mind, and I think he definitely wants to look for a practice to forms here. There is one in Perrin's hand though, so... But you need a military level 1 here, because of the ambush and the new recruits in hand. Oh, it looks like he actually went for a skill and got a play for your supper. Embrace the Source comes straight out from Remick. A lot of Gwen players like to hold on to that one and do it to get the final burst. I have to say I'm in that camp, so perhaps a little too hasty from the human over there.
Shouldn't be so hasty to embrace the Source. Just slow down. Get your tier 2 first, and then build up all of your levels a bit before you embrace the source.
That's never gonna happen again. Hope you enjoyed that. Jessica flips over some Trollocs. The enemies getting nasty early in this game. Definitely coming out to harass the Emmons fielders as they make their way through the early portions of the first tier. Did pick the troop up after the Trollocs though, at least, so still got that troop for Perrin. And Alaris flipped for Chris in Kyrie, and unfortunately just one location away from getting that one for free in Tarvalon. Doesn't quite have the favour to afford it though. So that one's likely to be picked up by someone else, maybe Perrin if it gets the opportunity for it. Maybe Gwen if Remick is deciding that he wants to take up that offer and spend some time in the kitchens. Kimlin for Nynaeve. Slow and steady progress for her so far, nothing fancy. Arrows in fire. Arrows of fire in hand is nice, but not too much else going on for her. Perrin and Gwen both very strong hands at the minute. Yeah, he went to Kyrian, yeah. It's an interesting choice, you're right. Maybe he's planning to, like, go get a skim in at Jangai Pass, but it's hopeful. Chris actually making a return to Jangai Pass. We'll see if he goes for another skill card here or decides to try a hand at one of the other attributes this time. And that is a practicing the form straight into the hand. He's going to be thrilled with that one. It will put him right on the correct level to play that new recruits and then play the ambush on the following turn or whenever he wants it. Going to be out of that military gutter on that, which is a fantastic position for Chris to be in so early in the game. Just needs a few more men to add to the party and he'll really be in business. Yeah, Perrin's hand's not bad either, Robin. Rescued townsfolk, practice to forms, and find allies that might be able to be used on something like a Leia or an Eiling Noon to get him off one leadership. Someone did pick up the Leia, it was Nynaeve by the looks of it. She's gone to Arrogant now rather than heading south towards Evudan. Not sure how I feel about that one. Perhaps making a pit stop through Haddon Merc, but I think I still prefer farm adding, to be honest. Pick someone who's dropped for the trouble though. We'll get to 4 channeling. 6 with the embrace. And Remick will pick up and enter the ways. Could be useful to get himself back to Emmonsfield, or out of Emmonsfield. Sorry, not Remick, Jessica on the Perrin there. I'm sure she's pretty pleased that one came up. It looks like Chris is facing the drag car. Going for some early points in this game. Get himself a toss as well for the pleasure. Not sure if there's anything he wants to get rid of at the moment. Maybe the play for your supper. It's not that interesting. Probably prefer to have a different card. Getting rid of the troops though. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It doesn't look like he did toss. So not too big on the turn there, I have to say, if I'm being honest. feel like you could have got more out of that. If you're going to give up the 4 troops, you want to at least get your value out of the toss for it, otherwise you're just trying to get a few points, and then it feels like it's just setting you back further from chances of flipping those men. Jessica will move to Tia and recruit Eiling Noon. Have to think that that might be an Enter the Ways discard that she can then just pick up again with her Find Allies and get the leadership off level 1. Definitely makes sense, and I actually kind of like playing in either the Rescue Transfer called to practice the forms before she makes this move through the Trollocs, because then she will have to discard if she does draw 2 good cards. Because right now her whole hand's good, and she's only going to have a hand size of 5. I think she's just checking that out herself, so. Jessica so far looking like she's on the ball today. We'll see if she continues to hold it and carry it forwards. And Gawain is moving back to Tarvalon now. She's going to get some extra favour for the trouble. Picked up a Paulstone too, so interesting to see if Remick takes that option to try and get to Falmer a little quicker. Promise Power in hand, also not a bad card to have, and a refresh to boot. So, generally things going alright for Gawain. Off to a decent start on the levels. Embrace the Source for Nynaeve comes out to put her on. Should be on 6, right? He played the Eavesdrop? Did he discard the Eavesdrop? Discarded the Eavesdrop. Okay. Makes sense, I guess. And yeah, Jessica did make the right play there and play a card before moving to Alien. Love to see it. I hope she gets rewarded for that with 2 strong cards when she gets there. Matt hanging out in Jangar Pass some more, finds out learning the craft, gonna have no problem getting his attribute levels off to a good start in this game. I don't think Jessica's in any rush to play cards. Like, it's only the early game, and she's already got like a couple levels, you know, just from that one card. Until she gets to Emmons Field, really, there's no rush to start getting the attribute levels up as parent. If you can do it early, then great, but like, she hasn't done anything that wouldn't have slowed her down, so getting the tier 1 online is most important, and then getting back to Emmons Field is just more of a trek. Like, if your hand's bad, you can pick up good cards on the way, and 2 Embracing the Sources go into Jessica's hand. That's gonna be a sadness for the rest of the players, or at least for Santa and Remick. But yeah, those pairing draws. I mean, glad you played the card now, right? If you didn't play the Practice the Forms, she would have had to discard one of those right now, and well, I suppose there's already one in the discard pile, but one in the discard pile is not as, it's not the same as 2 or 3. Well, she's got Into the Ways back next turn, so then she'll only have 4 cards in hand, and she'll be in Emmons Field, so she'll have 6 hand size, Robin. So, like, she'll still be able to draw 2 cards. Going out of Emmons Field, there's not particularly too much draw. Just redraw. But yeah, she is likely to discard them at Belon with the Embracing the Source already in the discard pile available for people. And Nynaeve picked up a Folded Light, but just a bit too late to be able to play it there, by the looks of things. Did get a careful word and a loose badger as well, so going to be some potentially difficult discards there. I think you have to get rid of learned in combat, it's just so far away at this point in the game. But the loose badger does make it a little bit closer with that skill purchase available at Abu Dar. Hopper went it into a Gwen's pie. Not too sure how I feel about that one, kind of makes it more difficult to bounce in the early game, which is what you want to be doing with the Gwen's tier 1 a lot of the time. We'll see how it works and pays off for him through the rest of this game. Flood Light is going to be what's hitting the bin there, and a Journey to Radiant. Really not a fan of holding on to this learned in combat through the early game. And that into the ways we'll take Perrin home for an early tier 2. I think the first one to hit it this game. Yeah. Nynaeve not even tier 1 yet, and the other two sat just on tier 1. A few turns off at least each. Great start for Jessica. And the learning the craft comes out from Matt there to take his skill level up. I just want to say as well, the end of the 4th quarter is quickly approaching, guys, and it's exciting. We're gonna have an invitational probably next month between some of the fiercest competition from out the year that so far have just missed the mark on that great captain title, but that doesn't mean they're any less fantastic players to watch, and I think this invitational is going to be a lot of fun, especially if both Robin and Bob get on the commentary with me as the great captains. That will be fantastic. But then right after that invitational, we've got Tam and Gaiden, the last battle. The last battle, guys. We're almost at the end of... It's 2023, right? I think it's 2023. No, it's 2022. This is 2022. We're going to be crowning a champion of the light pretty soon. So, this is all very exciting, and it makes every game have that much more tension to it for me. This game is feeling like a particularly important one. It's all the people who came second in the first round, I believe. Which means they're on 3 points at the minute, trying to get the win to push them up to 8, which means that they're very likely a lock-in for an invite at that point. So high stakes potentially in this game for some of the players. If they do well here, if they win, then they are more than likely going to the invitational. If they come second, they have a high chance with a decent performance in the last game. There's a lot to play for at this table tonight. The implications are huge as we build these storylines going into the final months of Third Age's first year of competitive play. Zach, you can't predict somebody else to be the champion when you're in the league. You're playing, dude. You meant to say that about yourself. You can't say somebody else is going to be the champion until it's past the point where you can get an invite. Then you can predict somebody else. Until then, it is, I'm the champion, yeah? Oh, yeah, you can always predict that it's me, the Dark 2, as well. Like, that's okay. But you can't predict Bob's going to win over yourself. Have some confidence, my dude. Nynaeve getting straight to Flippin' and Saladar. Though I don't know how she is. She's on the level 5? Oh, he played the Arrows of Fire? On what? Oh. I missed a fight talking. I got rambly about how exciting the end of the year is, and missed the actual gameplay that I was saying had such high stakes. Just talking over it about all the shit. Only here at the Third Age Competitive League, ladies and gentlemen. Rescued Townsfolk will come out with Jessica getting back on the indie action. She's making a solid start to her attribute levels already, sitting at level 10. Just needing 8 more to get the rest of the distance. Should be fairly achievable. And Matt having a better start as well, actually. I missed a couple of men being picked up here, but already on 3 men with a decent-ish hand. You know, he's got the new recruits, he's got a decent stack of troops built up, so definitely steady progress being made for Chris over here on the mat, I have to say. Probably one of the better starts we've seen from him in a while. Looks like he's picking up the Bella here, plenty of coin to spare, so don't particularly mind that. Gwen, on the other hand, had a great start, really quick off the boot, but only just made it to tier 2 now in Falmer. So, perhaps slowing down a bit into the mid game here. But we'll be able to cover the back trail into Qatar next turn. That's some extra levels, an extra leadership level, and an extra Destamar level when she goes to discard. Pull Sun out of there, maybe find yourself in Ilion, and maybe even refresh into a Portal Stone to get an extra level in the process. There's definitely some play for Egwene moving forwards. Nynaeve, I think, under the most pressure to find that tier 2 channeler as early as possible, because if she can, then she'll be able to get a head start on looking for those all-important weaves that drive her endgame. Unfortunately, the channeler she finds is not the one she was looking for. Galena Kazban, 13 strength, is certainly going to put a dent in her side. Make her lose all the points she'd managed to accrue so far. And 3 favour to boot. Galena putting in work for the dark side. Being every bit as evil as we know she is. She had recruited for Perrin at Emmonsfield. It'd be really interesting if you didn't discard these embraces and played them both with Eiling Noon. Got like her up to level 7. Because they'd make 3 levels each on her, with her own ability as well. But no, Jessica makes the correct play and picks up her rescue townsfolk and a bury the dead instead. That's going to make his way back to Tarvalon looking for some more dudes. No toss on the way, by the looks of it. Be tempted to get rid of either the Playfierce Supper or the End to the Ways, personally, at the chance of a better card. But already going to be getting 1 draw this turn in Tarvalon, so perhaps not that concerned with only a hand size of 4. Don't think you're going to use the End to the Ways though, and I don't think you actually use the Playfierce Supper. Yeah, he picks up a Journey to Iridian from his draw at Tarvalon. He hasn't done a character yet. Just needs a character now. His man count is 3, Robin, yeah. Got the Eben, the Olva, and the Rain. and the goal. Make that 4. That's on 4. I think the pressure really is on Nynaeve now, even more so. She's in Lugard at the moment, probably trying to make the way to Camelin, but can't. Oh, Chris disconnected. He's having control issues. I don't know what that means. Okay, hopefully. Might be Matt's game if he manages to connect. Ruak flipped by Nynaeve into a Maxim. Might want to pick that one up. If I remember correctly, I'm sure I saw an old treatise discarded. I remembered incorrectly. Maybe not. I don't know, the Maxim's okay. 7 leadership. Oh, and it looks like he is actually taking it retroactively. Using the careful word as well to reduce the favour cost, yeah, definitely makes sense. 2 coins and 1 favour, perfectly fine choice to get hold of that Maxim, able to play old trees if he does draw it, or all the information later in the game, or a cover me of a decent size. Plenty of good options for a leadership 7 follower. Also has the ability to protect Aes Sedai should she happen to recruit any important Aes Sedai. You know, think of people like the Elaine, for instance, that you might want to protect. Or just a random Aes Sedai with a blood knife ring attached to it. Looks like Remic's going straight into the refresh. Not sure if he went to Qatar at all. Just playing the refresh. Did he use her to gain favour? I think he used Laris to gain favour. With a promised power. I don't like that. Remick maybe dropping the ball here a bit on a go-in. But I'll reserve judgment until I see him lose. And then I'll talk shit about him. Rescue townsfolk out for Jessica. Just continuing to plough along through those attribute levels. I don't think he has, no. Because he's on 1 Daystamar. And that would have been the first thing to level up. Matt building plenty of troops in Maradon, just trying to find that final 1 person. There is a Tamal 4 there, but he can't afford that one with no favour in the bank. Basil Gill as well, unfortunately, is going to be 1 favour too many to pay for Matt. Eesh. He's not exactly near favouring a character either, so he can't pick it up on the next turn. Gonna have to wait at least 1 turn more, and at that point I think somebody else might have already beat him to the punch. Definitely the right call to move to Chachin next turn though, and get the 1 favour, because it puts everybody else under pressure to take that off the table, and if they don't, then he gets to go back to Maradon, build up an even bigger stack of troops, grab Basil Gill, hit tier 2, and be ready to start flipping tier 2s looking for a fight, and he might even just be ready to take on Galena, to be honest. If nobody picks up this Basil Gill, and Chris gets to move to Chachin and back, then I think he's in an incredibly strong position. Remick finally goes to Qatar and draws some cards. don't know how often he plays Egwene. Maybe he's like doesn't realise that you want to discard all the time, because it's almost like he played cards so that when he drew he didn't have to discard. The Bella will get passed for what? Oh, the Bella was disarmed by Julian Sandar and then got passed. Okay. Santa turns his thing backwards, guys, if that confuses you. I can't stop him. I've tried. Did pick up a Call Lightning as well at some point. Incredible. For Nynaeve to have drawn so early in the game, and we've already seen an Arrows of Fire, so that's in the discard pile ready to pick up when she hits tier 3. Great start aside from not finding the tier 2 channeler early on. Nynaeve's seeing a lot of the pieces that can help her dominate in the late game with ease. You know, Call Lightning and Arrows of Fire, not the best battle leaves you can get your hands on, but it means you only need one of those big battle leaves if you have a couple of other things to go with it, and then you're good to go with whatever fight. Also makes it harder for people to aggressively pick up those cards and take them away from you, and Santa just couldn't have drawn it up more perfectly. Flips over a Leanne Sharif. She's in the discard pile now. Gets to fight Alviarin after the fact. She's going to go down because she's only 7 strength. Surely going to play the Call Lightning and sacrifice the 2 measly followers in exchange for a Last Embrace and the amazing turn that this offers. I can't imagine wanting to lose a channeling level here. Much rather gain one, and Santa does go ahead and make that play. Leia and Julian Sandar will hit the discard pile, but he does have this Last Embrace to follow up with, and he's going to get to draw 3 cards right away as well. Unfortunately, can't pick those up straight from the discard pile, doesn't have access to the tier 3 just yet, but in one fell swoop, Santa accomplished the vast majority of what he is looking to do at this point in the game, and set himself up for a very nice early tier 3. Also draws a Gateway and a Forgotten Tomes. He didn't go with the Last Embrace, but didn't need it to get the Lyanna on the next turn anyway, so it's okay. Whew. And that Basilisk does get picked up by Jessica. Very good heads up play there. Matt still does have decent chances though, like, he can still go to Maradon and potentially flip a man next turn, and that still leaves him in a very good position, if he can afford that man. Nynaeve, I'm afraid, might have just taken my vote for the now. It is Santa though, so you have to be a bit skeptical, because he can fuck up a lead. If there's one thing I know about the guy, it's that he talks a lot of game, and then he drops the ball when it's important. I'm going picking up the Colavir there. Gateway coming out for Nynaeve. I think I would have just liked to move into Tarvalon, to be honest, but wants to get one step closer to Jangai Pass so she can immediately start digging for those tier 3 weaves. I think I would have probably liked being close to Qatar, because she could pick up Gateway and Call Lightning and Arrows of Fire and then Gateway to Jangai Pass. I think if you Gateway to Bandariban this turn to get the coin that you need and the character you need for Lyanna, then you go to Qatar and pick up those 3, that's probably better. Maybe I'm being overly critical because it's Santa. Or maybe I'm being undercritical because it's Santa. Who knows? The only thing that's certain here is that I don't like what he did with his turn. Man, I'm really harsh. This is what happens when you leave me alone, y'all. I just get really cynical. Hang on. I've got the Blazer usually for like professional commentator Dark 2. I've got Chill Me for when I'm in a casual game. I've got the Eye on Me for when I'm fighting in a competitive game. When I'm alone on commentary. I think it's time to bring out Hoodie Dark 2. I turned the light off as well, so it's even darker. Yeah. This is going to be when I really get to talking shit about the players. Let's go. Skimming coming out for Remick. Who knows where the fuck he's going with that? Probably Jeremel knowing him. No great hand going on, only a loose badge there of interest, and a well-turned cards, I guess. But the military card's not doing much good. I don't know what an anarchy black American flag is, so... No, Robin is not. Okay, Nynaeve did go to Arangil, so basically doing what I said, but minus the gateway. Bit weird. It's the Dark Hoodie Dark 2 in business. Jessica with a cover the back trail. New recruits. Rescue townsfolk. Bury the dead. And 11 levels to boot. Matt's still just looking for that 5th dude to add to the team. Gonna help Tarvel on this turn and search. See, I usually have to wear headphones when I'm doing this because I've got somebody else talking to me. But I don't tonight, so you can have the hood up. You can get the real hood Dark 2 coming out. Just for a treat, you know? Chris gonna flip over a woman. An old tree is discarded. Suppose there's not too much you can do with that one, and it's past the point in the game where Nynaeve needs it. Unless she just fancies picking up a random Rodell. But take a while to actually set that up, so. Are you on about my shirt, Robin? It's the Stankonia album cover. It's Outcast. I think it's the Stankonia album cover. It's an Outcast shirt anyway. Oh, hoodie. So, the skimming landed in Arangil. We've got a whole party here. Look at these guys all having fun together in the mid-game. Drawing some cards. Having a little village council meeting. So Tala and Nan flipped for Nynaeve. That's going to be a free follower added to the team. I actually think, like, if she draws a Blood Knife ring, I'm all about just attaching it to Lyanna. In fact, maybe even attach this Cold Lightning to Lyanna. Actually, no, don't do that, because then... No, Maxim doesn't die. Maxim survives that. But still, it's more risky. Like, if you find a Blood Knife ring, you attach that to Lyanna. And she can just use it over and over again with Maxim. I have very mixed music tastes. Like, I've got an Outcast hoodie on, and, like, a Knuckle Puck t-shirt, which is a pop-punk band. Fuck off, Robin. God damn. Speakerbox The Love Below was, like, the soundtrack of my first year of college, which to you guys, I guess, is, like, high school. When I was, like, 15, 16, that was all I was listening to. Speakerbox The Love Below, both half as the album. You had the soft smooth stuff from Andre, and then you had the hard gangster shit from Big Boy. It was just everything that I needed as a teenager listening to rap music. I think Wayne's going to pick up that Embracing the Source, just getting back on topic with the game. Goes with a compelling argument and a find allies that she managed to scoop up. Nanny's gonna head up to Jangar Pass for the first time. We'll see what she finds. It's a form circle. Hello. That's gonna be a whole 15 combat strength on demand when she needs it. Probably ready to start looking for a Forsaken next turn, to be honest. Journey to Radiant coming out of Jessica. Gonna work up those leadership levels a little bit, give her access to cover the back trail in hand. I think she's got enough in hand to get there now. With 7, 13, oh, she's got 17 levels worth of attributes, cards in hand combined. Gonna need one more. Definitely gonna be drawing a few cards on her way to Malden anyway, though, pathing from Haddonburg. Lane is the flip for Matt. I'm going to turn that one down, unfortunately, for Chris. Stalled out a little here, trying to find those dudes. Did have a very good chance of being the first tier 3 of the game, but it's just not shaking out that way. Overall game update. Matt's still struggling to just find that 5th dude. Egwene, okay-ish. She's sat in Arangil at the minute, but got an Embrace in hand, got Coercion, I think, there. And a compelling argument, so maybe some stuff she could do to set back Chris, but I think really at the moment Santa is the one who's really in control of this game, with a Cold Lightning, arrows and a Form Circle in hand already at his tier 3. He's ready to be looking for a fight with this Lyanna next turn. It's actually 17 combat strength after he's played those other two, so it's pretty massive. Jessica also with 17 attribute levels worth on her board and in hand, so she's in a great position too to be hitting that tier 3s sooner rather than later, with 11 troops already stacked up ready to help her towards a tier 3 fight. But it will be Santa Happy who's hitting the first tier 3 of the game. It's Mazrin Taim straight off the top of the deck with 23 combat strength. The Form Circle is gonna get caught on a well-turned calves that I don't think Santa can... No. So he's on 10. With this, he can get 223, but he can't beat it. Oh my god, he'll be even with it. That's insane. That's the best well-turned cards this month, this year, this quarter. I take back everything bad I said about Remick this game. Shit, the hood even came off. Okay, well, the hood can come off when I'm being nice. It's like an idle thing with a veil, you know? When the hood goes up, you know I'm about to get mean mugging with some shit. What a play. And now, Santa, how the fuck could you fall into that trap? Surely you saw that coming. Surely Remick made some sort of reaction to you being happy about the form circle, and you could read into that he had the well-turned calves. Oh, well, as soon as I mention well-turned calves, the porn bots turn up in chat. Shout out them. Actually, let's not shout them. Let's hide them on the channel. Yeah, doing shit on my own tonight, folks. It's a total mess. So, Remick's gonna lose to Mazrim Taim and get his channel level to 1? Yeah? Not Remick, sorry, Santa. And now he's in the worst position in the game. I mean, he can still get his level up fairly fast, because he can just draw cards. Like, he can draw cards and replace them with Embracing the Source, because there's 3 of them in the discard pile. But, like, it'll take him a bit to recover. He will recover, though. Unfortunately for him, not going to take Mazrim Taim down right now, and Taim is going to hit Kyrian, where somebody else could go for the fight. But I don't think Remick can take it. There's nothing in hand at the minute. Perrin doesn't have enough gas to take down Taim, and Matt doesn't even have tier 2 yet, so that's going to be an awkward little blocker, potentially. Although now at channel in 1, Nynaeve can just walk past it, so it's not going to stop her from getting to Jangai Pass if she wants to dig a couple more times. However, I think you more want to just go to Arangil and pick up a couple of Embraces at this point. Start working on getting your channeling back in order. Because that loss to time is a massive setback. Cover the back trail coming from Haddon Merc, probably not going to affect anyone, but we'll pick Jessica up. A nice extra level in the process. And maybe I miscounted, because it looks like she's only 3 levels away right now, and she's got 3 cards in hand, so I think she has all the gas she needs to get the rest of the way. I must have just miscounted those attribute levels. And Matt finally finds his 5th male with that Uno, so he is going to be caught up to tier 2 now. And also in a decent position, you know? Matt and Perrin both now sat in a position where they can start getting towards their tier 3. Perrin's almost got to his tier 3. Matt just needs to find a fight that he can take, which is most fights with the amount of troops he's got built up already. He's got 10 troops. Egwene even is making some progress with her Embracing the Source in hand. She's going to be pretty close to level 9, though I would like to see her get some of those other attribute levels up higher first before going to tier 3. But we haven't seen the bounce a single time this game, so I don't think that's really in the cards. It's looking like she's going to stay on low points until she hopefully gets a Forsaken. And Embracing the Source will come out to push her up to 8 channel, and perhaps just going to go pick it up again next turn or something, and rush in that tier 3. Worried that falling a bit too far behind in this game, perhaps. So why I like bouncing so much for Egwene is because it keeps you up or ahead on the scoreboard enough to allow you to take that time to get your other levels up before hitting your tier 3. And that's 2 Embracing the Sources added to the grip for Nynaeve. Bury the Dead coming out for Jessica as she goes through Trollocs just to get an extra level. Make sure she will get all the way. By the time she gets to Malden, I think she's gonna have 17 troops. So she'll be able to go to Falmer, get an 18th troop, and have 28 combat strength in hand. Just picked up an Unfold in the fan as well as a Blood Knife ring. Hello. Blood Knife ring might be contested by Nynaeve though to do what I said earlier, although... No, she didn't use the Liana because the Core Lightning never ended up coming out. I think Remick just picked up a Skimming, maybe? Or he hasn't picked up anything yet. Gateway. So that will get him to tier 3 immediately with the new rules changes to when you get your attribute level. I don't think Sant can get to Time before Perrin. But whether Perrin wants Time or he wants to try and find a big fight in a village, or just a fight in a village that he doesn't have to spend his blood knife ring on, because I don't think he could get the Time. I don't think Jessica can get the Time. She's on 15. She's still going to be on 15 in Lugard. Then she'll be on 17. So she'll only have 22 strength here. Unless she drew, like, something small to use. Talonvorth and that. Of course, once you've found your 5th men, there's no end to the amount you draw after that point. Yeah, but he also has to play those Embraces, Robin, and that takes time. The good news is you can play them in the off turns when you're waiting for your tier 3 to recharge, but probably have to move to Haddonmerk as well so that you're away from Irongill. You don't get that many turns to play with in the off time. I think you play the Embrace, then go to Haddonmerk, then and pick up the Form Circle before somebody else snatches it. And then your tier 3's up again. So you go back to Irongill and draw a Core Lightning and the arrows, providing they're still there. Then your tier 3's down, you play the Embrace again, and you're up to level 5, you should be able to access most of your hand. So he's like 4 turns away. I don't know, I think Perrin can get there sooner. 1, 2, 3. But would have to use the blood knife at the minute, like I said, with no better options available. Egwene going for find allies on Elias, getting a free Elias from the bin. With Hopper in the party. That's going to be a nice one to give her any recruit she wants at any point for the rest of the game. It's true, Perrin does need 1 more level. Troz, that's not how roads work. That could be handy if Nynaeve moves in for the kill just before she wants it. Also good to know that nobody else has it in hand when you're a Perrin about to hit tier 3. Because that can be a nasty, unexpected bombshell in that environment. Picks up the Marin as well, perhaps. Deciding to invest slightly into the Emmons Fielders and see if Jessica can make that plan work for herself. I'm actually going to get a new poll going because it's been quite a while on it. So I'll just give an overhead view of the game while I'm getting that set up for you all. I call it a mid-game poll because we haven't had a Forsaken kills yet. And people are just about getting to tier 3. So maybe it's a late game poll, but oh well, we'll see. There is going to be 5 Forsaken kills before the end of this game, so I'd say it's mid. Right, Perrin, Egwene, Matt and Nynaeve. And it looks like they're not... How roads work is coming out right away to stop Matt from moving to Maradon. can see where it's moving from, but... I don't know why it was perfect, but... I think because he was in Tarvalon already. Right, yeah. It's pretty funny, making him go to the same location. That's not how road work, of course. Was designed by a great captain, the best great captain actually, some guy called James, who designed this card after winning the previous quarter, Q3, referencing the show line from Barney, obviously. That's not how roads work. And you too can design your own card to be included in the Wheel of Time board game if you win an invitational, which happens once every 3 months. You just have to enter the competitive league, which is free, and then do well in it. But all great captains get to design a card. Part of the beauty of the league we have cultivated here. Matt looking like he's about to draw a card in Tarvalon because he forgot to on the previous set. Oh. There's a high chance. Yeah, I think it'll have less updates, Robin, in terms of, like, fixing things that I thought were broken, because we've had a full year of doing that, so I think it's in a state where, like, this game is very solid, and I'm just adding to it at this point. And, like, I'm not going to stop adding to it. It'll get massive, and I'm aware of that, but that's the Wheel of Time. So it'll get massive, and that's okay. It's never really feasibly gonna be a physical thing at this point, because the powers that be have shown absolutely zero interest in it. It's looking like it's just gonna be a digital thing, which is fine, because we've cultivated such an amazing community online that plays this game, and even the people that we don't know about in the Discord, but people that just play it on Steam. If you ever see this, we appreciate you just as much. Like, the game is only going to continue to get bigger and bigger until all 2,782 named characters are in these character decks. Rescue Townsfolk will Jessica her final level to be 18, ready to hit tier 3. Looks like Chris has just disconnected, looking to get back into the game. Excuses for these technical difficulties. We'll be with you as soon as Chris is with us. So Jessica is going to be tier 3 next turn. And Nynaeve has played both Embraces and picked up the Core Lightning and the Arrows, doesn't have the Form Circle yet, but can pick it up next turn, along with a Gateway, potentially, in Iron Girl, which means she'll be ready to fight Mazrim Taim. Not entirely sure what's happening with Chris right now. Looks like he's dropped out of the audio as well briefly. Just trying to get an update from the players. Just went MIA. Oh, he just came online on Steam. I think he just rebooted his Steam. It's a promising sign. Apologies for this delay, folks. Just having a little bubble of evil. Okay, it looks like he's back in the chat with the other players. Just needs to get into the game lobby itself now. I've got a sec, Robin, I've got a sec. I can show you the hands while we're waiting for Chris to rejoin here. Egwene. Got cover the back trail, compelling argument, coercion, practice the forms, fighting dirty, the right rumours, and a foretell. For Nynaeve, that's not how Road's work got picked up, perhaps looking to stop Perrin from getting that tier 3 next turn, actually went for that instead of the Form Circle. So that's pretty interesting, looking like she is trying to brawl over this Mazrim Taim here. So I think we'll see that come through shortly when Jessica gets her next turn and tries to move to Malden. Along with that, she's got the Arrows and the Core Lightning, the Forgotten Tomes, the Sneak, and the Last Embrace. Perrin now just sat on a Blood Knife Ring and an Unfolding the Fan. Plenty of gas in the tank though, with a full stack of 15 troops ready to go. If Jessica does manage to get to that tier 3. And Matt, with a Play for Your Supper, a Forged Letter, a Bond Warder, a High Chant, and a Conscript. So unfortunately not a good hand at all, aside from maybe the Conscripts, to get some extra troops towards achieving that tier 3. I can only imagine the next Forsaken is Mazrim Taim. The Egwene is tier 3 now, so she could foretell the tier 3 deck next turn. Quite possible. Okay. How do these work? It's not a troll timer. Saying if it gets to a minute, he misses a turn. Sorry, I forgot you guys couldn't see the chat because it's covered by my camera. He's back in Discord, currently working on it. 2 minutes then. Oh, just in time in that window. Keep it there in case we need it again. Now it's a troll timer, it's just there to remind him of his failings. Alright, back in the actions. Chris's turn. He's either going to go conscript or Maradon, I imagine. I think Egwene's going to foretell next turn. Nynaeve's going to pick up a gateway and a form circle in Arengil. Perrin's going to try it and go to Malden and fail. And go to Tara the lot. Yes, Wolf Brother, love the confidence. No, you're looking to munch on some victims on Sunday. Nah, that's a bad call, Robin. Chance of just flipping a tier 2 that you can't actually beat. Oh, I suppose you've got 11, so... But you're not flipping tier 3s. Wolf Brother isn't confidence and being a dick's the same thing. So I've been doing it. Chris does go to Maradon, flips over a Van Deen. Not going to be able to afford that one, no favour in the bank. No sister in team to get a free recruit. See if she goes for the foretell here. I think you got foretell on the tier 3 and just hope you see something good like a Death Gate or a Blossoms. And here it is. Will she go for the tier 3 though, or will Remick decide to go on the tier 2 looking at his other attribute levels? I really hope he goes for the tier 3. He is in fact going to. Unfortunately, it's not good. A sorrowful execution and adapt the plan about as good as it's looking there. Actually takes the Balefire. Possibly gonna Balefire that Mazrin time just before Nynaeve gets to it for the banter. Cheers for spanking that like button, Wolf Brother. Make sure you two spank the like button for Robert RJ, because you know he likes it. And spank the sub button, because it's a sub. You know the sub button likes it. Ends up with a sorrowful execution to boot. A couple levels away from that one, but won't have too much trouble getting them with the cards in hand if it's something decides who wants to do. Could just use Elias to get a level 10 follower as well for free and sacrifice that. coined in due by Wild Winds for Nynaeve in Tia was not the play I was expecting. Thought she'd go to Arangil for certain and pick up Platform Circle. It's still in there, isn't it? Where'd Form Circle go? Okay, so it sounds like someone deleted the Form Circle, but it wasn't meant to be deleted. I don't know how to remake it. I think that one's just gone. I think the Form Circle has disappeared to a mistake, and that could really cost Santa. But there's not a lot I can do from it at this point in the game. If I copy this, make this. Okay, so he's going to pick that up in... That is a Form Circle, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a tier 3 on both sides. Thankfully, it won't be in the game for very long, because as soon as it does get used, it'll disappear, so... Jessica picks up a tree song in Tarvalon. Looks like she's saying, alright, screw tier 3. I'll just go kill Taim. I'll just go do it with a blood knife ring. And she's not going to have any problems doing so, because nobody has any cancels. So that's the first Forsaken down by a tier 2, ladies and gentlemen. Jessica saying, fuck you for putting me in Tarvalon. You put me right next to the guy you're about to kill. See you later, motherfucker! And deals with that Mazroom Taim before Nynaeve even gets the chance. I'm going to run to the bathroom while the players recover from that heavy blow, and Jessica finishes off the rest of her turn, hopefully, in Kyra again. Alright. So, Looks like a Salander might have just been flipped over there by Perrin. Chris now moving to Tarblon. Picks up an Enter the Ways on the draw. Probably would have preferred to see a tier 2 there. Now that Blood Knife Ring in the discard pile is looking attractive for Nynaeve. I think she wants to go to tier 3 and just try and flip a fight. Sorry, go to tier and try and flip a fight, kill it, and then pick up the Blood Knife Ring and use it with Lyanna and Maxim on repeat. But maybe with the... I think, like, with the arrows and the Call Lightning on repeat from a tier 3 ability, and then with the Blood Knife Ring that she could attach almost playing, it's easy enough to get where there is Nynaeve. Like, that should be enough to just repeatedly kill Forsaken until the game ends. But it's Santa, so he's probably not going to do that, but something else instead. And I have to antagonize him because he acts like he's the best. So somebody has to put him in his place, because he's really not. Only because he acts like it. Have to be clear. Not harsh for no reason. Also because he's been here since day 1, so... Shout out to him for that. Chris too. 2 players. In fact, Remick as well, actually. 3 players in this game alongside Jessica, who's currently in the lead with the only Forsaken killed and the most points. 3 players who were here since the very first game, I think. Maybe Remick was a little bit after, but certainly still very early on in the process that he got involved with the playtesting. So a lot of OGs present tonight. A lot of OGs who were here when characters had unique attributes instead of quests. And the only way to level them up was to go to Jengai Pass and pay 5 favor. That was the reality. What did your unique attributes do? Not very much. When you got to a certain level, it unlocked abilities at the bottom of your board that were quite honestly garbage. I mean, Rand's was meant to be garbage in the vein of what it is now still, but it was actually just ridiculously powerful. More than it is now, still. Everyone else's were kind of garbage, though. Perrin got like an extra combat strength for each of his Wolf Brother level or something. The Eela flipped over by Chris here, just catching up with the state of play. Looks like Perrin picked up Loyal, so going to be some more easy travel for Jessica to get around different areas of the board. No way gates at villages though, unfortunately for her. Looks like a Sorrowful Execution's coming through on at Orkwing. Gonna get 9 points for the trouble. Not a bad one for Gwen to catch up a little bit. Nynaeve even carrying. Probably gonna have to look for a fight here. Got enough tools at her disposal to take down a fair amount of tier 3 enemies. Unless somebody has a cancel that I missed. And Asmodean is the flip. So should be able to deal with that one here, I think, even if one of the cards does get cancelled. And nobody does have a cancel available after doing the checks. Call Lightning's going to come through second after the Arrows of Fire, because you need a level to do it. But yeah, those two together will get the job done. Gonna be gaining a whole lot of levels in the process here from killing that Asmodean. Maybe not the biggest fish to fry, but you get 3 challenge levels and a level in skill and Daystamar. Decent amount of points, puts him in the lead. And the other levels, I'm not going to remind him about the other levels. Looks like Remick is, but now he's doing it. Foxhead medallion for Jessica. Goes with turn cloaks and unfolding the fan. Maybe not the most exciting hand for her now. Gonna take a bit to get some actions in order for her to recover. Along with some troops. Can possibly go map discarding awards. Drew Borderlands training. Haven't seen him look for a tier 2 fight yet. Very hesitant, skeptical, cautious play from Chris. Kind of what I come to expect from him at this point, and kind of the same from Remick. But I don't know, the way Remick's playing this game, it makes me feel like he's got his mind on a prize, even if he's not necessarily taking the choices that I would make. I feel like he's got his plan and he's trying his best to execute it. Like, I don't know what it is, but he's doing it. So I can respect that. Probably got to be looking for tier 3. Finds the Void. It's going to be a nice one to add to the hand. Allows her to pick up some of those extra non-combat waves. Oh, or combat waves at the start. I mean, she could look for a fight as early as next turn, because with the Void at the start of the fight, she could just pick those arrows and call lightning right back up. So it's looking like War for Nynaeve next turn. We could see a blitzing end to this game if Santa gets his ass into gear. And the rest of the players don't make any major moves in that time. Right now, Chris was bouncing around in the Borderlands drawing actions from the tier 1 deck. I'm not really sure what his plan is. Maybe he's making his way towards Tywin's Gap to try and find a fight there. There's an Ascendry and a Suroth and an Alviarin, so there's a few choices for tier 2 enemies in the discard pile that he could take care of, but I feel like it would have just been faster to go to Tower 1 to farm around and then maybe pick up a couple extra sheep followers on the way, or just flip a tier 2 and look into one. There's enough of enemies in there. How's the stream been doing tonight, by the way? Because I'm not sure what. Oh yeah, I am rescaling my output. It should be fine. Let's see if Santa does decide to go for a fight here. He's actually going to use the gateway. Go to Haddon Merc. Maybe pick up the Blood Knife Ring? I don't mind that. An old tree is. Yeah, I know. I was ready to give him, like, I was hovering over the clap on my soundboard, ready to give him a clap when he picked up the Blood Knife Ring, and I was gonna say credit where credit is due, but ultimately it's a of an old treatise. I'm guessing he's going for a Rodel, but he's ages away from Maradon. Doesn't have the gateway anymore, and it just feels way too slow. Like, could have just picked up the Blood Knife Ring, and that's 10 strength, which is what Rodel is at best. But this way, you have to waste, like, at least 3 turns, at the least, and your tier 3 cooldown. Nah, I'm not with that plan. You lost me, Santa. If you had me for even a split second, you lost me. Jessica picks up a Battle Bond. She's going to be pretty happy with that one. 3 skill followers in the party. Puts her on +6 from the Battle Bond. Could recruit that Natty Cawthon in the Taverner pretty easily as well, and that'll add an extra skill follower to the team, while not looking too suspect, because good card pairing to have if she's trying to build the Evans Fielders up with Marin. She can definitely sell it that way, try and bluff that it's not a Battle Bond. Don't want to oversell it though. Looks like Chris is just gonna burn some troops on a Chesnel Emery for some fucking reason. Definitely lost his steam a bit. Guess his connection issues might have upset him in that regard. I guess he would lose his steam if it was connection issues. Am I right? Am I right? Because tabletop runs through Steam, so like... Yeah, Robin, I know you try and bluff a lot. You're just really, really bad at it. Trollocs for Egwene and Kyrian will equate to just about nothing turn at this stage of the game. It will be a gateway picked up for Nynaeve. Have to think along with Call Lightning. So looking like she's going to gateway to Maradon and pick up a Rodel with the old treaties, but that whole process is going to take the next 4 turns maybe, which might just give Jessica a chance to creep in and get a Forsaken. Could definitely put her in a good position with only 3 of them left to hit the tracker over on the right side of the table there. And that Blood Knife Ring also going to Jessica, it's going to put her in an even stronger position to do that. What up, Skier? Welcome to the channel. Right now, it's hard not to place bets on the person who has a Call Lightning. This is a Form Circle that got deleted by accident, and a Void, and a Gateway, and is about to have a Rodel. But Santa's taking his sweet time, and I don't know how much time he has. Whereas Jessica looks like she just wants to go ham. Like, as soon as possible. I can respect that. Matt's still picking tier 1s up. Picks my bait and trap. Not what you were looking for at all there. It looks like Egwene's in Jangai Pass. We'll see if she's grabbing a weave or perhaps an order here. I think I like grabbing the order because the weave just gives Nynaeve something else to play with. It looks like it was the weave. So Deathgate at least, gonna be one good Deathgate before Nynaeve steals it away. But I think Santa's probably kind of happy to see that. Especially if he blows it on something like a tier 2, it's even better for him. And Remick not looking like he has quite enough gas for a tier 3 with only the death gate, really. And 12 strength otherwise. Bilal is flipped for Santa though. Maybe I should get a final poll going before it's too late. I almost typed Bilal in the poll options then because I was distracted. So it looks like this form circle's coming out off the bat. Is that going to be enough? 12 plus the 17 of form circle. Yeah, that's more than enough. Bilal goes down. Santa taking the lead in a kind of convincing fashion, I can't lie. What did Santa do? The deck broke. Why is that breaking the deck? Yeah, let's just, we'll just put baby in the corner. Double little bubble of evil there, folks. Finally get this poll out. Interrupted there. Perrin, Mike Gwen. So Perrin taking over Matt from the current order. I think that's a pretty safe bet. Perrin could also just take it though. Stopping a turn in Arengill. Find the mash dart. That one could be interesting. Probably wants to dump the Battleborn and the Blood Knife Ring before playing that though. So gonna need to find a fight as soon as possible. Looks like Leanna got hit with a kill in battle there as well. When Santa hit the Bilal. Chris looking like he's about to hit tier 2 by fighting, tier 3 by fighting something from the discard pile at Tywin's Gap. He's going with Ascendere. Should be a fairly cut and dry fight, so I'm just going to run away to grab an extra drink or two and keep me going the rest of the stream. It looks like Chris was just asking if he could use his tier 3 during this fight. The answer is no. You cannot use your tier 3 ability on the fight that you unlocked tier 3 from Azmat. Gwen just flipping a tier 2. She's going to run into Jarrett Bayer and lop his head off with not many issues. Robin calling that Mashdar will only help Nynaeve. Yes, but it will also set her back. if played at the right time. It might just set her back for long enough with cooldowns on, like, if played like if it happens to work out for Jessica that she can play Mashadar the turn after Nynaeve uses her tier 3 to pick stuff up, then, and it's not going to harm Jessica's hand, then it's definitely the call. And the old treaties will come out for Nynaeve in Maradon now to pick up that Rodel and give an extra tool in the fight against the Forsaken. Santa definitely trying to secure this game for himself. No new Damani in the tier 3 deck, don't worry, Santa. Might be eventually. Though there's not that many named Domani characters in the series. There is a couple of the merchants, I believe, around. Maybe Towers of Midnight, Gathering Storm time. Maybe before Gathering Storm. But not many. There's one that they kidnap, I know, a woman, I can't remember her name though. Will be the Rodel Ituralda for Santa though. And then Natty Cawthon going into Perrin's party to help out with that Battleborn, but also masqueraded as an Emmons fielder. Everyone is tier 3 now, and there is only 2 Forsaken left to go. Getting towards the end of this game, folks. With Nynaeve already in a very powerful position, and Perrin looking like he's ready to fight at any moment. Just waiting for that teleport to come up on the next turn so she can wolf dream to a village like Falmer, or maybe even just going to Four Kings first and looking for a fight there. Definitely equipped to take one with the card in hand now. Jessica might even not in too bad of a position himself. Doesn't have anything to do fight-wise with the cards in hand, but does have 18 combat strength with an extra 5 available from his followers. 23 not quite enough for him to be flipping tier 3s yet, I don't think. But I think he just did. Unless Jessica flipped that in Camelin and I just missed it. Or Remick actually just flipped it in Tavalon. I think that's aggressive for him with only the Deathgate in hand. Yeah, he has nothing else to help him in a fight. That feels a little ballsy from Remick, but he picks up a Tylin. Who generates troops whenever a Sean-Chan follower is exhausted. Is there any Sean-Chan followers in the game? Well, he's got one himself with the Eggianin. That's it, by the looks of it. It's not going to trigger off anyone else. I think you would have probably preferred a Logain or something though. Get extra hand size. That's definitely looking at that one. And Jessica is indeed looking for a fight, and she's found one. It's a Shamael. Right off the top. He's going to join the fray. Is Santa ready for a fight? Call Lightning. The Void and his tier 3's up. I think he's ready for a fight too, so yeah, this is going to end quickly. In the next couple of turns or so. The Blood Knife Ring is coming out first. For that one, she's going to use Marin Alvia. No need to sell the Emmons field plan any longer. Battleborn's going to come right after this Blood Knife Ring, unless I missed my mark. And together, That will give her 25, 35, I think. 10 from this, 8 from this, 7 anyway. That's 25. And 10 from her base combat strength, doubled because she is in a village, and that is Perrin's tier 2 ability. So a very respectable kill. Takes Jessica all the way, very much within striking distance of Santa. If he misses a couple flips, or he decides not to go for it for some reason, he could be in trouble. Jessica's coming. She's not going to give you this game easy, Santa. Shadow Haran would really throw a wrench in the works. And Matt's gonna play for his supper. Aww. Trying to get to a guild secrets? When head into Carrier and we'll see if it flips another tier 3. I don't think you really have the juice to go for it. It's over Ingtar. Could be an interesting one, but I don't have the skill to play on of Lair at the moment. Kinda want to keep that away from Matt though, but I think it's too late in the game for it to even count. Matt might just be looking for a fight. It'd have to be a small one for him, but no hope of placing well in this game if he doesn't try and find a Forsaken before Nynaeve. I have to imagine Nynaeve's looking right away though. With that Void in hand, she can pick up the Arrows of Fire and oh no, the Death Gate's still in hand over there. Yeah, she's flipping away. Not gonna find one. Dialing instead will be the flip for Nynaeve in the end, and the Mashadart comes out just in time. Now Nynaeve does have a tier 3 available, and she's next to Arangil, so she can just go and pick up a Call Lightning and a Death Gate next turn. But I would say that getting rid of that Void there does mean that Nynaeve can't immediately go for a... Nah, I think if I'm Nynaeve, I go to Tavalon, pick up the Void with my tier 3 and hope to the Dark One that I flip over a Forsaken and I get to use the Void immediately and draw like all the Battle Voids. That's 100% the plan. And if you fail, you fail, but at that point, like, that's your best chance to win this game. I think he'll probably go to Arangil though. Chris is checking out the tavern row, seeing if there's anything he wants to buy with his money before the last battle. Maybe he doesn't realise it's almost the last battle? I don't know. That would be very mad. I'm like, what? The last battle's happening? Fuck. Guess I gotta go lead that. Oh dear. Let me just join the chat with the players. Hopefully the stream's still going.
Coincidence, let's go with that.
Hi,
We would have
guys.
been done had you not done that. I'm just saying.
I didn't do anything.
At least it's not my keyboard this time.
I didn't do anything. I got kicked. I don't know why. I'm just checking Steam.
Is your stream still up?
I think the stream's still up. Someone let me know in chat.
Up, it's a Steam thing.
Yeah, it didn't seem like I lost internet because I'm here talking to you guys.
That's a good point.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely a Steam thing then. Just need to reload. We might have to do like a minute or two worth of stuff again.
It's not letting me open it. No Steam connection.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to reboot Steam, y'all.
We can chill.
Sorry for the stream. You're on stream at the minute, by the way. Obviously.
Hello.
So we can say
Hello!
that we want.
I stream.
Don't say hi to them. They don't deserve it.
Wow. By the way, stream for everybody
See,
on the stream. All
now
three of
nobody
you,
wants
I
you to
played
win,
Mashdar just for you. Okay.
What'd you say, James?
Now nobody wants you to win, Santa.
Oh, that's
Because you were a
fine.
jerk to them. I mean, nobody wants you to win
I just
anyway.
feel like a jerk mood. Been a jerk all game.
Okay, fingers crossed. Tabletop's booting. Bang, bang, bang. We're in. Alright, I will leave and I'll probably join again in 2 minutes when the game's finished.
Sounds good.
Alright guys, thanks for sticking with us through that. All sorts of little bubbles of evil tonight. We will get on track and make sure that this very important, tense, stakes-filled match gets completed. Nobody with cards in hand. Matt the only person who could possibly take a fight. I would say, based on the troop counts, with empty hands. Nynaeve, possibly, depending on the draws. Just if she finds a fight next turn, she's got it. Otherwise, she's in the pan for a few turns. Why are people picking cards up? Oh, so Nynaeve took the Wimps option and went to Arangil. Which is gonna mean that she's still a few turns away, because the Void doesn't do anything for her now. I mean, she's got like 16 plus 8 from the Void. I guess she's probably gonna draw a level 9 at least, so like, eh. Around the same chances as Matt, but it's not as if you're voiding it into a Call Lightning and arrows. I'm guessing she's just planning to pick one of those up at Haddonmerk and then move down to tier and hope that's enough. And it might be. Let's see what Jessica does. She's gonna go with Forgotten Tomes. I'm gonna go for some Trolks to Sholarbella, so not much going on there. Picks up a Rally, gonna be useless with an empty hand. The Ready and Followers is nice on that. Only has level 1 leadership though, so yeah, nothing you can do with that one really. And Remick picks up the Call Lightning, so that could slow down Santa a bit. Deathgate plus Arrows is not as big as Deathgate plus Call Lightning. There'll be 20 combat strength with a potential 10 from Rodell, which could be enough, but not for certain. Just depends what you come across. And a Murdral will be the flip. Didn't go to Harden Merc for the arrows like I was expecting. Actually went up to Kyrian, but still going to be 2 turns away from using that tier 3, so maybe going to Jangai Pass one last time. I don't know, the end of this game's a bit slower than I was anticipating. Jessica not using the Forgotten Tomes, but instead drawing a Battleborn and a Call Lightning off the top of the deck. Kind of questionable play here all around the table, I'm not going to lie. They're giving Matt a chance to sneak in, but maybe that's what Jessica wants. I think if that happens though, Santa probably wins the game. Last battle not looking too much different from either player right this moment. And with the lead that Santa already has on the table. Unfortunately for him, Chris doesn't seem too interested in looking for a fight right now, despite the fact he's probably one of the only people that can take one. Big Shada Haran could still throw a wrench in the works at the end of this game. Santa could still smack his face into some things that he can't beat if he doesn't take the time, and I don't know if he has the time. Gwen's going to draw some tier 3s, finds a kill command that she can't play, and, oh sorry, in a tier 2 by the looks of it, a challenge on her. She also, well, she can play with Tylen, Laris. And he's going to find a second Void. Will be able to play one of them on the next turn, but only one per battle. Can't use both on the last fight of the game, unfortunately for her. Unless she runs into something and fails, and then she can maybe use the second. But a Forgotten Tomes will come through for Jessica, and we'll see what she decides to take from the discard pile. Gotta think it's likely to be a Blood Knife Ring plus something. Maybe even the other Battleborn. I don't hate that. Then she would be ready to... Yeah, I like that. You pick up the Blood Knife and a Battleborn, and then you're ready to fight in Falmer next turn. Oh, goes with Unfolding the Fan. Interesting. Perhaps confident that Blood Knife Battleborn is enough. It's 18, plus 2 herself, plus it's like 30. It's decent, but I'd rather have the second Battleborn, I think, than the Unfolding the Fan there. Some nasty abilities that can be cancelled with Unfolding the Fan there, so maybe the Call, Grendel, stops using the Blood Knife right off the bat, for example. But I think a double Battleborn would be enough to kill Grendel outright anyway. Maybe Chris is trying to consider whether he can actually take a fight. Or do you just flip 3.5 or? Okay. Chris is still doing nothing. Well, that's for Perrin, but I don't know. I think Nynaeve might take this one, guys. Wait, did you just go to Jangai Pass? No, yeah, it sort of just depends. Just, like... Nynaeve gets the first opportunity, but if she doesn't find one, then Perrin might find one under the 2 followers that Nynaeve just flipped. So it's kind of just going to be, if there's a Forsaken in the top 3, where is it in that top 3? Depends who might get to fight it. Because I think either one of them can take a fight and are looking for a fight. Second void could go to Rodell at the very least. That would make sense. And Ozmgar might cause some problems. That's gonna be first. 2 cards gone, leaves just the void, which he will then play. Don't think anybody has a cancel. And I think the tier 3 should be up, he just hasn't rotated. Yeah, there we go. Spins it again right away. He's gonna grab the death gate. Oh no, he's gonna finish it right now, isn't he? Is there enough in there? It's got 9. Death gate puts him on 18. He has to get to 24, so he'd need 6 more. Arrows, only 5 more. Can he not take it? Oh, looks like Santa just disconnected. It looks like he was saying to pick up the Balefire for the Iteralda, which makes sense and allows him to finish the fight. Doesn't need to use the arrows then either, actually. He gets 3 cards. He's on 9, 18. Discard this. Or he could keep the Death Gate and use the other 2. Well, it looks like Santa is going to take down the final Forsaken and secure this game for himself. All sorts of little technical issues in tonight's episode. Apologise for that. To those of you stuck with us, thank you for being here through the stream. It's a pleasure to have such a wonderful, dedicated fan base. It's looking like Nynaeve, piloted by Santa Happy, if he can reconnect to the game, then he will finish killing Ozmgar. But yeah, Jessica could have also dealt with the last fight handily. Like they're just resolving it for him. Yeah, there has been all sorts of technical issues. I was actually kind of worried there'd be more on my side, because my internet's not been great the past few days. Thankfully it's not been me causing problems. I mean, it's the last Forsaken of the game, so I wouldn't say he forfeits. We could feasibly total up his last battle score. If it's relevant. He's already way ahead, to be honest. People need promotions. Santa is back in the lobby now. Doesn't need to delete those troops though, yeah. So we'll be jumping into an interview with the players here, where I have to congratulate Santa Happy on a win. Even though I really don't wanna. Thanks for joining us, Critter, for the final strokes of this game.
That's a 7.
Are you done, Jessica? Like completely?
I am.
Yes.
Every two attributes.
Yeah, it's for the attributes.
Okay, so what's that? That's 4. 6 is 10. Plus 7 is 17. 17.
Let's clap it up for Santa, y'all.
So that's 8.
I was really hoping that Mashadar would
I mean,
But really,
it did.
Jessica
You
Make
prevented
more
me from
game
winning.
room for me.
is a
Sure.
bit of
You prevented me from winning the next turn. So, you know, kudos. But yeah.
I was hoping to pick up
90
Mastodon and had it.
Oh yeah, that would have really been annoying.
Chris and Remick, are you guys done?
Yes, yeah, I'm done, yeah.
Well, congratulations to Santa, who did not deserve that win.
Why is that?
Harsh!
I don't know. I was trolling you a lot today. I think it's because I got
Oh, yeah.
left on my own with no one else commentating. So like the
Fair,
hoodie
fair.
came up and things got like things got wild for a bit there, you know.
Should have hung out in here. I was talking mad shit.
Well, it sounds like I was on point with my call then that you didn't deserve the win.
Oh, 100%. Like without a doubt, I was such
Like-
an asshole. Today.
Like when you went to Arangil at the end there, I was calling for Tarvalon Void, but you made the pussy move and went to Arangil instead, which took like 4 more turns. You could have just like gone
Did it
Void
though?
into... Yeah, because you just go here, you draw the Void, and then hope to flip one immediately, and then use the Void on it. Which you would have, because I don't think
I
anyone else
guess,
flipped.
but I would have lost had I gone to Tarvalon. I would have lost against the Osengar. I would have had to discard it.
Well, it's not my fault that you suck.
I obviously made the better play. I'm just saying.
I disagree. But, you know.
I mean, you're wrong.
Well
but
well
sure.
done. You won the game. Jessica, commiserations. You were very close there. Could have taken it quite handily
Yeah,
yourself.
I thought that Mashadar was going to let me break it up a little bit, but
It was certainly a valiant attempt, and you struck at the right time if there was one. I was saying that on
Oh,
stream
100%.
that it's all about timing, and you did pick a good time to pop that one out there after you'd unfolded your own hand. Kind of curious about that unfolding the fan. Worried about something like the Ozengar, because personally I think I was rallying to pick up the second Battleborn, but just
I
wondering
was
what
on
your-
the fence.
Right,
I told the guys, I was like, I'm feeling a little cautious. So, yeah.
Oh, and now Remix disconnected. I don't know if that was intentional
No,
or...
I'm here. I'm here. I am here.
No, you
From the game.
disconnected.
Oh, I'm disconnected from the game.
Steam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Steam is
no idea.
all
Oh,
fucked
yeah, there it
today.
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steam's just.
But well played, Remick, for turning up and playing a Gwen.
I'm not
Yeah.
very good at Egwene. I thought I'd give it a
Yeah,
go.
I
but
didn't
yeah,
think you
I'm
played it
not good
very
enough.
often.
Yeah,
But
worth a try.
good effort anyway, right?
Thank you.
Just not so lucky on the draws, maybe there, other than the
Yeah.
death hit, which got stripped
Yeah.
away.
True.
I think if anyone, the Mashadar probably hurt you the worst.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
combat card. Yeah.
Chris, I was kind of rallying for you to fight some more tier 3s towards the end of that game. I think you could have been flipping there towards
know.
the end, you know?
I didn't even get a chance to use my tier 2 or tier 3 abilities.
Yeah, it's...
I figured towards the end was in sight, so I'm just going to gather resources and get extra points.
And that makes sense,
Sure,
and it scored you 3rd place in the last battle, which, to be honest, I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting. I think you were behind before that, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, well played to everyone. Great game, guys.
Specifically Santa.
The game.
And yeah,
Yeah.
No.
Santa got lucky.
Definitely not Santa.
Considering that he went back down to channeling 1.
I know,
at one
right?
point,
That's so true. Yeah.
and still managed to play it.
Yeah,
you
but
guys
he
left me
also
way too
naturally drew an arrows of fire, a call lightning,
I did.
and then got a void and a form circle when he went to Jangai Pass. Like,
yeah, I did get lucky. I'll admit that.
it happens, but sometimes the stars align. And you made it work today.
Mhm.
So,
Like everything that Matt pulled.
He did get tier 2 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
he was
Mhm.
ages to tier 2.
No,
He was stuck on
not as long as
4
normal.
for like an eon.
He had a lot of good
Because
luck
of that
with like
Basil
Gangai
Gill
Pass
that
pulls
Jessica
early on.
bought clutch. Jessica,
that's
I
true, yeah.
I was hella impressed with your play today.
Yeah, I
Thank
decided
you.
to go fight Galena Kazban instead of I leave 2 more turns until I was getting another male follower.
Yeah. I don't know if you had to.
I don't know, just
but-
no.
It happened. That's what happened.
I will watch live stream and see what you said.
Oh god. Well, it's a good time for me to dip out of this conversation and close the stream out, ladies and gentlemen.
That seems fair.
Thanks everyone for playing. It's been a blast as always, despite all the bubbles of evil we had today.
Yeah, right.
I'll catch you with you guys shortly, I'm sure. And as I said, that will be all from us tonight, folks. But don't forget, we are back this Sunday. If I throw up the rounds here, Group C is playing on Sunday. Zek, Kayla, and Wolf Brother. That's at 5 PM UTC or GMT, whatever the local GMT time zone is at the moment. So it starts 4 hours earlier than today's show did. And that should be a fun little set with some of the newcomers and Kayla. And then we also have a game on the 26th of November. That's Group D, including myself. So that game will be from my point of view in chat with the players, Robin, Zachariah, and Skier. So definitely spank that sub button. You know the sub button likes it. It's a sub after all. Spank the like button too for RJ, because you know RJ likes spanking. So, we will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Tai'Shar. Oh, and you can play this game. I needed to say that. I forgot to say that almost. You can play this game if you want to by going into the Steam Workshop and downloading it in the Tabletop Simulator portal. It's free if you have Tabletop Simulator, which is fairly cheap on the Steam store. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. The game Third Age is free. It runs through Tabletop Simulator. And we also have a Discord server where you can find out more. If that sounds daunting and confusing, just come in there and ask us and we'll make sure we find a way to get you into a game, because we're always happy to welcome in new players. I don't think I have anything else to say now.